Brothers, at this point, it's almost 100% confirmed that Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, is dead, thanks to a deadly and precise military strike from the U.S. government. Wow, America is back, baby. So in January, we took out Maduro. In February, we took out Khamenei. Who are we going to take out in March? Anyway, I want to react to this video from the Kino casino. I'm loath to reveal the actual clip because they have a picture of a DSP on screen, and the mere presence of DSP, I have found, can lower the IQ of everyone in the proximity. So I'm gonna do a trigger warning. I'm going to reveal the screen, and it's going to have a picture of DSP. So if you suddenly find yourself dropping like 10 points in IQ, that's why. All right. So you can't look at the screen. So I just want to say this. I like the Kino Casino. I think they're very funny. They go after people that I really, really genuinely do not like. Like the Quartering and iDubbbz and DSP. You know, people that I do genuinely find to be utterly loathsome, detestable, unctuous creatures. But, as much as I may like them, I do recognize the fact they are Canadians. Alright? Now, most of the time I don't hold that against them. But, I haven't pre-watched this, by the way. So I'm just laying down the foundation. I am going to give them a little bit of leeway. Because the U.S. did absolutely clap the cheeks of Canada on the world stage and win the gold medal over them. And honestly, I thought that was hilarious when XQC goes, "We Canadians, the only thing that we have is winter sports and we're losing." Suffer, Canada. Oh, man. XQC absolutely melted down. He's like, "We Canadians, the only thing we have is winter sports and we're losing." Anyway, I haven't pre-watched this. I want to see their reaction. Because I have been very interested to see the way that certain people respond. Asmongold, to the shock of nobody, had a take that was very similar to mine, because Asmongold and I are Americans, and we look at this in a sort of similar way. Hassan is not an American. He's a terrorist-supporting, dog-shocking, degenerate, low IQ, fat kid furry from a wealthy, affluent family that LARPs as a communist. And he's not an American. He doesn't identify as an American. In fact, he has contempt and loathing for Americans. So he was livid. He was apoplectic at this. So many different reactions, many different takes from this. And I am interested to see where these guys do come down on this. If they're people that support what happened, or if they're people that have a more like Canadian mindset. Like, oh, can you believe these Americans are such these warmongers? So it'll be interesting to see. And ladies and gentlemen, oh God, I just looked at DSP again. God, that is brutal. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's give this a watch.
It's really not looking good about this Iran shit. Like, I don't know. It looks like it's actually a full scale like invasion. Like it's not looking good.
But what?
Well, okay. So from a Canadian perspective, yeah, I can imagine us sending a giant black Dorito over to Iran and killing their supreme leader is, basically, oh, this is an invasion. But PPP, this is not an invasion. I understand, like, from the Canadian perspective, where it's like, the greatest conflicts. By the way, people don't know much about Canadian history. People think that Canadians are all soft and rainbows. But look at Canadian history as it relates to war and war crimes, and you'll find that many of the Geneva Convention lists were put there because of them. Everyone thinks that Canada is just like the nice guy. But if you open a history book and you look back at Canada, these are some of the most brutal motherfuckers on the planet. Canadians were absolutely like, the whole joke about the Geneva checklist. It's not the Geneva Convention, it's the Geneva checklist. It's a joke, but yeah, brutal motherfuckers. So from his thing, it's like, oh well, yeah, if you bomb them, obviously you're going to invade them. But no, we're not invading them. We're killing their leader. If there are any more anti-American leaders, we're going to kill them too. But here's the thing. And this is a perspective from me as an American, and I'll explain this to somebody like PPP who's living in Canada. This is good for America. This is an America first position. So was what happened with Maduro. And no, that's not cope. That's not, anything Trump does, you support. No. Iran is a state-sponsored funder of terrorism. They sponsor Hezbollah. They sponsor the Houthis. They are somebody that has gone out and funded the people that have killed Americans and Canadians and the British and the French. Pretty much anyone. Anyone in the West, these terrorist organizations will kill. Cutting off the head of the snake, what that does is, let's say we get somebody in there who is, let's say they are more amenable to America. Well, that means that by proxy, because Canada is our retarded top hat cousin, they're going to be more amenable to you. You are going to have more security in the region. You're going to have more trade opportunities in the region. It is going to be a benefit to the world to have a more secure, more stable, more safe Iran. With that piece of garbage in the dirt, incinerated, and now getting fucked by a goat in hell, which was the opposite in life, where he would fuck a goat with a bottle of olive oil. With him now being fucked, by the goat in hell, this allows an opportunity. Now, is everything going to go seamlessly and smoothly? No. I'm not naive to that. But what happened here is a step towards something that could potentially be very, very good. We're not invading. We're not putting troops on the ground. If that is what takes place, if we start putting troops on the ground, I will immediately hit the brakes and say, I am not for this. I do not want troops on the ground. This is not a war. But Trump, in his speech, made it clear that that is not what is going to happen. We are going to do precision strikes. We are not going to make the same mistake as we did in Afghanistan and Iraq.
So, okay, may you break it down for someone who doesn't follow politics at all?
I think Trump just gave an 8-minute speech where he actually just declared war on Iran.
Can we watch it? May I use the bathroom and then we can watch it?
I think we're gonna watch. I don't even know.
Watch a minute?
Oh.
No, I know why he's hesitating, because this is a tough choice. It's not usually their cup of tea. They're not usually ones talking about politics and stuff. It is a touchy thing, but I am interested. I do want them to react to it because I do want to see their opinion. As Canadians, I want to see what your opinion is. I want to see what your perspective is. I'm not saying that I'll agree with it, but I do find it to be interesting. I find it interesting when I find a French Canadian like XQC cover things. Even if he gets it disastrously wrong, there may be entertainment value.
Oh fuck! All right, we'll see. We'll see here.
This is a real world thing. This is not. Listen, Phil losing at Street Fighter could wait.
Buddy, thank God we're not.
Are you sure?
Allies with America anymore here in Canada. Carney's not going to send us, right?
No, now you're allies with China. You're ally. Mark Carney. Great choice, Canada. Mark Carney. Now you're allies with China.
They surely can't send.
I'm not going. I fucking twisted my ankle skateboarding last year.
You're too fucking
old.
I'm fucking
old. I got fucking wrist problems, bro. Going to Iran for war? Buddy, me heading to the gym is a struggle. I have to battle with my brain ahead of the gym. I go, come on.
Monty Charles for 5. So you know who's going to be excited is Hollywood God. He's been demanding that we invade Iran for years now, screaming that he wants war because he's old.
After 33, you can't get unlisted? Get fucked, young people.
Man, we're gonna have to do Kino
Oski.
Casino from the front lines. Orski's like, yeah, now it's
I'm just
your
from here,
turn.
like,
Now
You know what's funny about that? Worski, you know what we learned from the war in Ukraine? You know what we learned from the war in Ukraine? We learned that age restriction, it's more like a suggestion. You know, like how they say that the pirate rules are not really rules, are more like suggestions. In Ukraine, when they started running out of men that were up to the age of 30, then that age became like 35, and then it became like 40, and then it became 45, and then it became 50, and then it became like 55, and suddenly, I'm not saying he's going to get drafted, guys. It's a joke, I understand. But, yeah. You guys have nothing to worry about, okay? You have nothing to worry about because there is no invasion. We're not, by the way, we don't need, if we needed troops to fight our war, we're not going to pick Canadians, okay? You guys can't even win a hockey game. You guys can't even win a hockey game. No, we'll look at Mexico first. Mexico, we'll send in the Mexicans first. I'm just fucking around. But no, this is not an invasion. PPP knows better than anyone that Trump is somebody that uses harsh rhetoric but doesn't follow through. So Trump is like, lay down your weapons or you're all gonna die, which I love, by the way. Great, just getting right to the point. But Trump says these things. He makes these big asks, and then he, walks it back. So I do think you should take Trump slightly seriously, but not literally. That would be my advice.
Oh, it's your turn to fight the war, chat.
You're on the next show. I come in with a cane, and I'm just like, "Ugh." I have a white beard. I put my beard's fully white. That's kind of crazy, though. For real?
No, if anything, it would be the Kino Casino starting the stream from inside a B-2 bomber. Hey guys, we're gonna be felting DSP, but first we gotta drop this bomb. Yeah. No, the war structure has changed. You guys, you have to understand, the war structure has changed. The United States is not going to go boots on the ground anymore. We don't need to. We've established that in Venezuela. We don't need to send in like a full army like we did before. No, it's going to be precision strikes. And then if we need to extract you and we don't just want to kill you, then we're going to send in an elite squad of special forces with like mobile LRAD units that's going to make you shit and piss and bleed from your eyes at the same time. I mean, can you imagine that? Can you imagine? You're like, oh, the Americans are coming. You get your gun, you get ready. All of a sudden, you're like, what the fuck? Like, I just shit myself and I'm crying and I'm like throwing up. Oh God, you should call it the quartering gun. You call it the quartering gun because it makes you shit yourself. Oh God. Oh man. Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, is that actually happening?
Well, I guess he didn't say war. He said it's a major operation. But that kind of sounds like a war.
Iran. I've muted the word
Ghost
Iran.
of DSP's Rabbit for 10 subs!
Let's go!
Wow, congrats.
I muted the word Iran, so I don't get any tweets from it, so now I'm searching it.
Like, Trump bros. What are we doing? Like, it's...
Okay, what's bad about taking over Iran? What's happening
You're
in Iran?
right. Gabe Hoffman's fired up, Listen.
I don't know anything about Iran. I ignore.
Fuck him. Fuck Iran.
Oh.
Okay, so I know the PPP is saying this, and I know that neither of these guys know anything about Iran or the conflict they're in. But what you have to understand, and from their perspective, like, why do we give a shit about this? Well, because this guy, Khomeini, is a genuinely evil, subhuman, demonic piece of shit. He is somebody that killed upwards of 40,000 of his own people in the last couple months. 40,000 of his own people. Like, this is an atrocity. This is something that should be taken more seriously. And by the way, those numbers are conservative. Those are the conservative numbers. People are talking about like almost 100,000. I'm just going on the low end. So what are we doing here? We're taking out an evil tyrant, a guy that's a degenerate, evil piece of garbage that's anti-American, against the West, against trading with the West, wants to kill the West. We took out that guy. And hopefully the person that's going to replace him, that people are looking at, the guy Reza, the guy is pro-America. And you can say, well, pro-America. No, if they're pro-America, they're going to be pro-West. They're going to be open to trade. They're going to be open to reopening Iran. And that is of benefit to the people of Iran, the people of Canada, the people of the United States, to the safety of the region. This one move has done a major, major thing. It's also being celebrated by people in the United States, where you have people waving the new Iranian flag with the lion instead of the red thing in the middle, the whatever they put in there. But now they have the Iranian flag with the lion. So this is why it's significant. Now, I understand. From your point of view, like, why are you doing this? What does this matter? Well, 40,000 people, 50,000 people, 60,000 people being butchered and killed in a short amount of time, and then pleading for, America help. We're not going there to invade. We're not sending troops on the ground. We're going to bomb them. We're going to obliterate their ability to wage war. And we can do that from a distance these days. We don't need to put troops on the ground. So we're not going to do that. But we will have the ability to do maximal damage unless they comply. This isn't a war. This isn't a war. This is a minor military conflict.
Oh, the Iran military.
All right, we'll do Mr. Morrow.
The Iranian
What imminent threat
regime
to the American
a
people?
vicious group of
Like, they can
very
barely even
hard,
control their own
terrible
country. That's
people.
why this is happening. Okay,
Its
they are
menacing
terrible.
activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has
I mean, by the way, as we're watching this, we were doing a reaction to what's going on in Israel, where the bombs are dropping and people are having to rush to the bomb shelters. And also, Iran has been pressing this for quite some time. They've been trying to restart their nuclear program. And also, here's the thing. The longer that you don't deal with this, the worse that it's going to be in the long run. The more bombs that they'd be able to make, and God forbid they create a nuclear bomb. If Iran got a nuclear bomb, it would be absolute devastation. It would be terrible.
chanted death to America and waged
Yes,
an
they
unending
have.
campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries.
Well, yeah.
Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days.
Sire, that was like
In
40,
1983,
50
Iran's
fucking years
proxies
ago
carried
now.
out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American
We're
military
keeping
personnel.
score. All right.
In 2000, they knew and were probably
them.
involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian
USS
forces killed
Cole?
and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have
Bro.
continued to launch countless attacks against American forces
Many
stationed in the
died.
Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels and international shipping lanes. It's been
Whoa.
mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it
Are
any
we
longer.
doing regime change
From
then,
Lebanon
sire?
to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have
So,
It was
So-
cutting out
doing
while I was in the bathroom.
So basically, we're going down the entire list of grievances, like everything that Iran has ever done.
Yeah, I mean, they've killed their people. Why not? Yeah, as an American, yeah, I think it's about time. And Trump is laying down the reason that from the first, this country has been taken over by these radicals that are hostile to America and kill Americans. These people have been evil. And so him laying all this out, I think, is important so that people can understand that this isn't just a one-off thing. This isn't just a spur-of-the-moment decision.
Against the
All I heard
U.S.
was death to America, but the headphones were fucking up.
Back to, the Iranian hostage crisis. And it's like, but are these things like, is this an imminent threat to the U.S. homeland?
Yeah. Yeah. So the imminent threat is them getting the nuclear bomb. The imminent threat is Iran with a nuclear bomb. We stopped them, but then they kept trying to make a nuclear bomb. They kept trying. That was the whole problem. They were trying to get them to stop. And then they have they have this protest, and they're killing 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 of their own people. So it is an unstable, violent dictatorship that is evil to its core and is actively killing their own people. And then on top of that, they're working towards a nuclear bomb, and Trump just said enough. I don't know how much more reason you would possibly need. I mean, it's like this is a slam fucking dunk. And by the way, I'm not saying this because I support Trump. Trump has done things that I say he fucked up on. Maybe not for the same reasons as other people, but I've said that he's made numerous mistakes. But this is not one of them. I think this is something that Trump has done that's actually good. Because it takes out a player from the board that was anti-American. It gives the resistance now more power and more freedom to take control of their own country, which is what he says in the speech. And in the eventuality that that happens, that we get somebody in there that's pro-America, pro-Western values. You know, maybe they're not 100% on board. Maybe they're only 70%. It's better than zero. And so what did it cost us to do this? Very little. It cost very little to do this in the scope of what it could benefit us. It was the morally right thing to do. Logically, it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know how you could continue on with things as they were, where you had this unstable, radical leader that wanted to wipe out America, wanted to wipe out the Western world, and wanted to wipe out Israel. They wanted to wipe out these places, and they were actively still continuing to try to build a nuclear bomb.
Like right now that we need to go to war? Like, I get it.
What do you mean we? First of all, we're not at war, but what do you mean we? What do you mean we? No, me, us, me, as an American. I'm an American. I say this is good. This has nothing to do with Canada. Canadian citizens have made it perfectly clear. By the way, the whole reason that we were gloating about the hockey victory is because as an American, I'm like fuck Canada. Like the way that So like the whole thing about the whole reason that Canadians lost their mind, like the fucking retards they are, is because Trump was talking about unification with Canada to make us a we, that you make Canada not the 51st state, but it'd be the 51st, 52nd, 53rd, incorporate them into the U.S. And they lost their fucking mind. And they elected Mark Carney. Who is a Carney? He's a Carney piece of trash. But yeah, no, there's no we. No, there's America, and then there's you. And you as in Canada, you and us, there's not a we. You are not obligated. And by the way, Canada for decades has enjoyed the protection of being America's basically, snow Mexico. Am I being a little harsh on Canada? Maybe a little bit, but I'm still salty at the way that they reacted to Trump's proposition that they join the U.S. as though they're somehow better than us, and they're not, and they never have been. It's like the fucking audacity. It's like Canada is the DSP of countries. Like, we are the king. We, like, the king tax. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Canada is the DSP of countries. Oh gosh. I will give Canada this. Your trucker movement was very cool. I did like your trucker convoy.
They're a geopolitical foe of the United States. They oppose American interests, right, in the Middle East. They fund state terror. Actually, like, Iran's obviously like a regime that we would prefer if it wasn't like that. If we could get our puppets.
And it's not just in the Middle East. Iran was funding, like, Iran has been funding a lot of really despicable shit around the world, in South America, in the Middle East. Like, they've been doing some dirty work. And the fact is, this is a good thing for a lot of people
In there, right?
Yeah.
But is it worth sending U.S. troops to die in the sand again?
No. No, I understand what he's saying. And, Asmongold was absolutely correct. What Asmongold said is that people of this guy's age, they have the trauma, the PTSD of the Iraq War. No, that is never going to happen again. We are not going to send military-age men to go boots on the ground. That's not what's going to happen. What we're going to do is we're going to bombard the shit out of them with our black flying Doritos. We are going to park our Navy on the coast. And we are going to do a show of force. We did a precision strike that killed the leader of their country. The supreme leader is dead. We are not going boots on the ground. We are not sending in a whole bunch of military people where we're going to invade the country. I understand why he's saying this, but he's fighting the last war. And I understand that he may have reservations about that, but Canada's not going to get involved. Because we're not declaring war. Trump may say the word war, but we're not at war. This is a minor military skirmish where, by the way, PPP, the Iranians are already signaling that they want to talk to Trump. They already, shortest war in history. The 12-day war? This was the 12-minute war. This isn't a war. There are not going to be boots on the ground. That's not the type of president that Trump is. Trump doesn't want to be involved in a quagmire. Trump wants precise military strikes. He wants precise military strikes, and you know what? So do I.
Like, no one has any appetite for this. I don't know, man.
I do.
And some people are fired up for it, but
yeah. And you know the people who are fired up for it? The families of the people who died as a result of the Iranian regime. The 50, 60, 70,000 people, they all had families who suffered. No, yeah, and you know what? People in America are actually in support of this. They're actually going outside not to protest Trump, but for the first time to actually wave the flag and say, yes, this is good. They're cheering Trump in Iran and in the country. Do you know the only person, well, I shouldn't say the only, but do you know who's really, really mad about this? Hassan.
May Elon just make the combat robots finally and not bring in humans?
okay,
Israel,
there we go.
Slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It's
true.
Brutal.
It was
Something
brutal.
like the world has never seen before.
No one's ever seen
Iran
that
is the
before.
world's
But we
number
have
one state
though.
sponsor.
But we have though. Like, it's not like, oh my God. Why is it that whenever it's that people getting killed, like, we've never seen it before? Because we have seen genocides before, and we have seen brutal, barbaric massacres before in human history. It was unlike anything we've ever seen before. What about like when ISIS used to fucking behead people, like torture tapes, hanging people from fucking meat hooks? That wasn't even like 10 years ago. Anyway,
True, but Trump is all about aesthetics when he's talking. Like, this is the most incredible thing you've ever seen. Like, it's just, braggadocious, a little bit.
Okay.
So they're gonna take over the government and then give it
fuck.
back to the Iranian people?
Well,
Yeah.
they're gonna give it to the Shah, I guess. The
Okay.
descendants of the Shah. I don't know what's gonna happen.
And just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again.
Never will.
They can never have a nuclear weapon.
Well, now
But
they
That is
do
why
we have new intelligence that they were close to a weapon, sire? Do we have that, or no?
Yeah, Metal Gear.
Oh fuck, man! We're
Bringing
doing
Solid Snake.
boys. We're doing it again. We're doing Iraq again, boys. We're doing it again.
You see what I said? It's PTSD. It is that same thing. These people fundamentally do not understand Donald Trump. And it's not to say that you have to like Donald Trump, but you have to understand him. Trump was a huge, huge opponent to the Iraq War. They are not going in boots on the ground. Trump, what his big thing is bring the boom. So if, guys, Trump will not, he will not, like, for example, if we were to get into a war with Canada, Trump would not send boots on the ground. You don't have to worry about that. He wouldn't send boots on the ground. He probably would send like a very, 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 very small elite group of like special forces to like kidnap Mark Carney, and then he just carpet bomb the shit out of you. There would basically be nothing to fight because he would hit you with these B-2 bombers, damn near from orbit. Trump's approach. Let me put it in not World of Warcraft. Let me put it in Warhammer terms. PPP. Trump is more like the Imperium when they want to invoke Exterminatus. That's basically what Trump does. He's not there to really send in the Space Marines and have like a protracted war, a conflict. Trump wouldn't make a very good orc. He just wants to basically Exterminatus. Boom. Boom, that place is gone. That person's dead. He's not going to do boots on the ground. He's not going to fight the war the way that we fought it in the past.
Whatever. There's nothing any of us can do,
in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack,
Iran is like the guy playing Risk, and he's like low on people,
Yeah.
and he keeps rolling ones, and he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then the biggest player comes in and goes, "Listen, bro, I love you, man, but I got to take you out."
warned them
So
never
the real
to
question
resume.
is, how is Quartering going to defend this on Monday?
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Well, Jeremy... Oh, man. God, why do you have to say that? That's brutal. Quartering defending this, I don't know. I'm defending this, but I'm defending it based on understanding what Trump is going to do, what he wants to do, and based on the practical reasons why this is a good thing for us. And by us, I don't mean you and me, you and me and Canadians. I mean us as Americans. This is good for us. Solving this problem before it's allowed to fester even more is a good thing. Removing this threat is a good thing.
That's the real question. How is Jared going to defend this one on Monday, boys?
Oh, God.
Their
He's not. He's just going to show more porn and distract people.
malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons.
No, it's not that
We saw
hard to
it
defend it, I
repeated-
guess, but like,
Defend-
fuck, man.
Yeah,
I don't think this is going to be a popular thing. You know,
Brother, you could not be more wrong. This has been wildly popular because it's not a war. It's not boots on the ground. If it were boots on the ground, it would be wildly unpopular.
I think it's going to be a lot of I told us so's from the fucking woke left, buddy.
I honestly, bro, just watch this now like it's Big Brother, the show, or Survivor. I go, it's like this America and the world, a reality show.
Listen, the Venezuela one he got away with, and everybody's kind of like, okay, based, fucking baller, boss, king.
Yeah.
But is Iran going to go down that smoothly? I think that
go down that smoothly. We took out their supreme leader. He is dead. According to Israeli and Trump intelligence, the best intelligence, some would say, their supreme leader is dead. He's gone. We went in there and we killed their pope. You know, he's the Muslim pope. That is going to have in itself, even if we didn't do anything else, major ramifications in the region. And the only thing they've been able to do is fire a couple rockets, and the Iron Dome has been able to take care of most of them. But we've gone in there and we've destroyed basically the core of the problem. Now, it doesn't mean that there won't be more problems that pop up as there's more fracturing, but brother, this is a huge win. It just is. You look at it from any sort of way. Now, I understand. Like, the Canadian philosophy is they don't really like Trump. I get it. I totally get it. And you know what? I don't even begrudge you that. If you don't like Trump, you don't have to support Trump. This isn't a thing of, you better support Trump or you're No. It simply is, as an American, I look at this and I go, what's the benefit of this? Well, a genuinely evil, terrible person that hated America and was in charge of this country and was killing his own people in the tens of thousands is now dead. And Trump has said, well, we are going to continue until you surrender. And then we're going to allow the people of Iran to have their country back. That or Marco Rubio is going to be running Venezuela and Iran.
Maybe they're like, look, they're so weak right now. I don't know, man. I mean, it's tell me it's going to be forgotten in a week. It might be. It honestly might be forgotten. Like, depends if this is a real like regime change operation where with boots on the ground and like a police presence from the United States military that lasts for years and years, or if this is like a quick in and out surgical, we're taking out members.
It's going to be brother. Let me just, if you want to put money on it, PPP. If you want to put money on it, I would bet you this is going to be in and out. Trump's very good at in and out. He's in, he's out. You don't even know. He went boom. Yeah, no, this isn't going to be a boots on the ground long-term thing. If I'm wrong, I will eat crow and admit that I'm wrong. But I am 99.999999999. I am 99.9% sure. I am 99.9% sure that this is not going to be a boots on the ground protracted war. This is not going to be Afghanistan 2.0. It's just not. It's not.
Members of their military leadership or.
Instead, they attempted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas.
I thought you were going to say Israel.
Hold on, Mr. President. I don't think we're too worried about our friends in Europe. I think we're a little bit more worried about our friends in Israel, our greatest ally. But at no point is he saying our homeland.
He almost laughed.
United
Did you see
States.
that? When
He
said
is,
that?
bro. He
almost laughed.
Oh, man.
To continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had.
We got a guy in chat. He's saying the Iranians are dancing in the streets. We're all retarded as fuck. You know what? I hope that they're liberated.
So here's the thing. Yes, you are retarded as fuck on this, but it's understandable. And here's why it's understandable. People need to give younger people, and these guys are both young, a little bit more grace. They have Iraq and Afghanistan PTSD. They're looking at this going, oh my God, oh no, another 20 years. But it's because they fundamentally do not understand Trump. Trump was somebody that was against the Iraq War. Trump is a wham bam thank you man. He wants to get in and out. And the Maduro thing is the perfect example. Trump set up off of the coast of Venezuela the American Navy, the Golden Fleet. And he didn't engage with Venezuela. He only did a show of force because that was the negotiation stage. The negotiation stage is we're going to go off your shore with a show of force. Then they refused. They basically tried to stall. They did all this other stuff. And then the show of force was not a prolonged military campaign. It wasn't an invasion. It was a tactical, precision, hard, fast, bloody nose, shit out your ass, puking, what the fuck? This is like alien technology. We're in and out. We've got Maduro. They did precision bomb strikes that took out their infrastructure. People have no idea what the fuck happened. This is the same thing. And this is why it should give you a little bit more confidence, PPP. Because Trump did the same thing with Iran. He lined up the Golden Fleet off of their coast. The Golden Fleet's right there. The Supreme Leader, if he ever ducked his head outside, he could see off the shore there's the American Navy. And then what do? They do a precision bomb strike. They obliterate. They absolutely obliterate the Supreme Leader's compound and they kill him. Now, have they continued from that? Have they gone in and boots on the ground? No. What did Trump say? He said, the strikes will continue until morale improves. The strikes will continue. He's not putting American boots on the ground. I don't think so. I am 99.9% sure. And this move, by the way, this one move where they obliterated the Supreme Leader, already there are ripples. And the people in Iran are cheering. They're celebrating. They are, can you imagine? PPP, I want you to imagine this, all right? And I don't know you all that well, but I want you to imagine that you're living in like an Iranian regime. They've cut off the internet. Your brother, or, I don't know if you have a brother, whatever, your family member has been killed by the Iranian regime. They've also now demanded that you pay to have the body returned to you, and you pay for the bullets that were used to execute your family member. And you're like, I hate these people with every fiber of my being. These people are evil, and they're just going out there killing. But then, all of a sudden, you find Donald Trump comes on screen and goes, all right, guys, we just blew the shit out of them. We killed the Supreme Leader. You would be out there in the street. Absolutely. This is a cause for celebration. Now, I will be right there with you. If I'm wrong, I will be right there with you. I will eat crow. I will be like, oh, God, you know what? It got me. I will eat crow if I'm wrong. If we have another boots on the ground, guys, we're going to send in 50,000 troops. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that is Trump. I don't think that's Trump at all. I think Trump is, what he's looking for is basically he's looking for the nuclear option. He wants to hit them as hard as he can, as precise as he can, but he doesn't want like a mass invasion because he understands that it would end up as a quagmire.
I'm not necessarily... well, I don't know. They always say that, right? They always say, like, in Iraq, they were celebrating in the street. You know what I mean? Like, they're tearing down the statues of the dictator.
Honestly, if they are being liberated and it's not bullshit, then cool, but...
Well, no, they are being liberated, right? But it's like, I don't really think the regime change will make that much of a difference to the lives of the...
Oh my God.
It's usually like...
It will make a huge difference. Do you see the pictures of Iran before this sort of infestation? It was beautiful. I want to give them the opportunity to do that again. As an American, it's in the best interest of America. As a Canadian, well, you can say thank you to America for giving you yet another trading partner if all goes well. another trading partner, and who knows? Maybe in a year's time, you'll be doing the Kino Casino from Iran. Guys, I was wrong. Iran is so beautiful, man. I'm just kidding, but my point is, it isn't the wrong thing to take this person out.
Bro,
New boss, same
they're
as the old
partying
boss.
right now. They're fucking.
I don't know. It might work out. Like I'm open. I'm open to it being the case.
You asked it here. I'll put it into perspective, okay? This is like if Trump went when Trudeau was here. But like, listen, we're coming up there. We're going to remove Trudeau from office. You and I would be like, let's party!
Yeah, until the bombs start falling. Oh, fuck, I don't have electricity, and the grocery store has no food. Oh, shit! No.
Well, that's part of the beauty of it as well, is that Trump doesn't want to just mass bomb. He wants to precision strike. So Trudeau's house would be obliterated, but most of the rest of yeah, maybe your power infrastructure would go down, but it'd only be like a short period of time, and then they drop some precision bombs from the B-2s. Oh God.
And actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message.
Attack.
For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation.
Old footage. Like the thing is, whenever you get this footage, it's like, oh, their lives, or there's this or that. It's always like old footage. And it's like the most obvious lies ever. Like just the old-fashioned propaganda. I know it's obviously not recent. Like it's.
Playing this, Ash.
Let's see this one.
High school students, okay? High school and students in Iran. Obviously, it's.
This is.
Praise Trump. They're praising Trump.
They're praising Trump. Listen, if there's an explosion there, there's smoke coming out, I'm going to be a little bit more concerned. Be like, I'm in danger. You know
what, man? If they're the government's tyrannical.
But look at that guy. Aren't you ready to send your sons to die for that man?
Honestly,
aren't you ready?
Honestly,
you know what? He deserves freedom too. Yeah. They love freedom.
You know what, man? Fuck it. Let him.
All right, let's finish Trump off here.
Whoa, watch out. Oh, you said that.
Oh, really? Let's finish Trump off. Oh, gosh. Let's finish Trump off. Oh, God. Oh.
Finish him off!
No.
Please, Orange Man! Please, Orange Man! Give me your seed, Orange Man!
Oh, gross.
We're going to work!
Very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be
like a limited
totally,
operation.
again, obliterated. Yeah. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that
annihilate the Navy.
The entire Navy? That sounds kind of
like
a
missiles.
It
all the
sounds
boats.
like a WAR to me, but okay.
No. The region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their...
Aren't we kind of destabilizing the region by toppling the regime?
Don't be a terrorist and don't get felted.
That's right, buddy. We're not destabilizing the region. We're fixing it.
Yeah.
We're fixing it.
We're cleaning up the fucking roaches.
IEDs.
By we, I mean not me at all. I have no involvement in this. I am going to be playing Resident Evil 9 later.
Yeah,
and
buddy, I think I'm going on vacation.
Yeah, to Iran?
I think I'm going to failed Cold War policy.
Like a game.
With all we've got.
This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States armed forces.
The regime is going to learn, so the regime will still be intact after, right? They're being taught a lesson, right? We're not actually doing the regime change, right?
I built and rebuilt our military.
I like how we keep saying we, like you and I have anything to
say in any of this at all.
Hey guys, Ralph. Hey guys,
hey guys,
hey,
we're finally going in. Thanks, Gabe. 07's to the Gamester.
07's in chat.
Let's go.
Andy War Ski. Got it?
My first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties.
Mr. President, do you expect them to just lay down and die while you destroy their entire navy? like, and all of their missile facilities, sir? Like, it's wrong of them to ever fire a single shot against aggression towards them. Okay, you know what? You're right. You're right, Mr. President. They're terrorists. They're evil. And, get them.
So many chat says these Kino Casino guys are idiots. No, they're just Canadian.
That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future. And it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we trust that with his help, the men and women.
I hope that all of the Iranians die and not one U.S. soldier to be harmed. No, never. Fuck them. No, but seriously, fuck the Iranians. Like, fuck them.
Like, the terrorist regime can go fuck itself. I'm happy for the people if they're happy. Let's figure it out.
Fuck them. I hope they get wiped off the face of the fucking earth. To be honest.
Like, honestly,
it needs to be a perfect victory. It needs to be flawless with minimal casualties, and it will be awesome.
The armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapon.
Oh, you gotta lay down your arms, grab your ankles, and bend over for the mighty cock of freedom. You must lay down or die. You can make your choice. I don't really care either way.
Like, oh my God.
Like, I say this to the regime of Iran, you fired. Imagine if he said that. It would be so fucking based. I would support the invasion on that alone. Be like, I say this to the Iranian leaders, you fired. It's over.
And have
actually, he says something far more definitive.
Complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. So lay down your.
What did Fuente say about this? He's
John Bolton's cock is so fucking erect right now. John Bolton is fired up, buddy. Lindsey Graham hasn't been this erect since the Chippendales Club. Okay, holy.
Your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or
there you go.
You will face certain death. Finally, to the great proud people of the
Fed posting. Did you hear that?
Going to face. Well, he is the Feds. He is the executive branch. So he's really the only one.
Dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished.
You already just said.
Bombs will be dropping everywhere. Where are they being dropped on? Probably buildings. Stay inside and die. I don't really care. There's going to be collateral damage.
This is crazy, man. Honestly,
we do a little war crime.
Watch on the people who are innocent in this, because that's fucking crazy. Like,
they're all Iranian.
I know we're laughing, but it's crazy.
What else can you do? Fuck.
Please take over your government. It will be yours to
bombs outside right now. Like, I don't even know where my brain would be at.
What did he just say?
Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours.
Okay, so it's regime. Okay, it's regime change.
Yeah,
it's mask off. Okay,
well, thank you. I read it on a Twitter post.
Oh my, we're doing it. This is like a Bane speech. The city is yours. No one will interfere.
President who is giving you what only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight.
Let's go!
Now you have a president who is giving you what you want.
This is going to be so popular.
Videos, man.
Honestly, listen.
People are fucking in Iran or fucking.
Fired up. Everyone's celebrating in the streets. They're so excited to get bombed by America.
Well, I mean, listen.
So I don't think that PPP, I don't think that he truly understands what it has been like living in Iran. And I don't live in Iran, but I have been paying attention to this. And when you have a government that's killed 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,000, 100,000 of its own people, have been executing people in public, have been selling the bodies and the bullets that took to kill them to the families, this regime has been doing unspeakable evil to the people. So that's why the people are on the side of Trump. And so these people, like, there's, some bombs are dropping. Oh no. Like, they've had to deal with terrorists and terrorism in their government. Like, a couple bombs dropping for them is nothing. It's terrible to say, but it is nothing compared to what they've suffered. It's minimal. And the thing is, Trump is not going to be bombing indiscriminately. There are going to be bombs that are going off, but it's going to be precision. I would be very surprised if there was like a large number of casualties. And that's not what I want. I want the people of Iran to have freedom. Now, it isn't the same as Afghanistan. Oh, we're going to bring democracy to... No, we want to get rid of the leadership structure in Iran. We want Iran to be under new leadership and new management because it would be better for the United States. We're getting something out of this. It's a moral win, but it's also going to be a win for the United States and the world.
So let's see how you respond.
Tyrannical government who's fucking oppressing you.
Now is not the time for fear. That comes later. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not the time for fear yet. Do you feel in charge?
America is backing you with overwhelming strength and
know?
devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action.
Now, guys,
do not let it pass. May God bless the brave.
You wanted this. You wanted this war. You asked for this war. And now, where's the support? What's going on? Okay, that's it.
Men and women
time
of
to watch
America's
Mr.
armed
Morrow.
forces, may God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
I mean, the only way, one guy in chat, he said, well, it sounds like it's not going to be boots on the ground. Sounds like it's going to be like an air campaign. And then they're hoping that with help from special forces on the ground, the Iranian people will be able to capture the government.
True.
Like our puppets will be able to capture it. I guess that's what's going to happen here.
All right, well,
I don't know. That's like the best case scenario.
I don't have enough knowledge or anything just to know what's happening on this stuff, but whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a geopolitical genius either.
Yeah.
I'm just like I have a layman's understanding.
You know what? Here's the thing. Let me just say this about them. Yeah, I do think their opinions are a little bit retarded on this, but here's what I respect about these guys more than anything. Yes, we disagree. They're Canadian, I'm American. But they admit what they don't know. And that is a world of difference from the usual content creators that I deal with on a daily basis, like people like Ludwig and Hassan, who pretend that they know everything when they know absolutely nothing. At least these people are willing to say, look, I'm just here to make money making fun of like the quartering and all these other really terrible, retarded people. I have my opinion about this, but it's basically like, I'm just giving you my opinion about this, but I'm not really like super knowledgeable. I respect it. I do. I very much respect the fact that they would put that opinion out there. Because it's true. It's like YouTubers. Somebody just says, yeah, they are humble enough to say, I don't know. And that right there is, it's more rare as a trait than you may think. Because we watched a clip of Hassan. And Hassan's reaction, Hassan's reaction may be one of the most embarrassing, where he didn't know what he was talking about. I mean, to like an extreme degree, but he pretended that he did. And then he was angry that people were, giving different opinions in his chat, which was hilarious. But I do appreciate these guys sharing their opinion. I did find it very, very interesting. Hopefully they went back to making fun of DSP and, making fun of DSP and making fun of the quartering, because these guys do really good content when it comes to making fun of the quartering. And as you guys know, I really don't like the quartering. Listen, I am a practicing Christian. I am somebody that takes that stuff very seriously. And to watch the quartering use my faith to try to promote his shitty content and his stupid coffee company, it makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick. This guy constantly uses Christianity as a punchline. He's a degenerate, and he thinks that's a joke. He doesn't take any of it seriously. He just wants to use it as a meat skin, and I find that So, from my point of view, watching these guys get under his skin in a way that I never could is cathartic. It's cathartic. So, Kino Casino guys, I like your stuff. I don't agree with you on this, but that's okay. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's just a difference of opinion, difference of perspective. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you next time.